Hi, beautiful yogis. Welcome back. My name is Natasha, and today I'm going to lead us through a couple asanas or stretches to help us through some tight hips. So we're going to go ahead and get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. That's reclined butterfly pose. We come all the way down onto the shoulder blades as we bring the soles of the feet together to kiss, and both knees jet out in opposite directions. Remembering that we hold a lot of emotion in our hips, so whatever feelings or emotions that come up here, can you allow yourself to bask in them? Can you be here in this moment? Option to place the palms onto the earth here, option to place the palms facing the ceiling. Ready to receive all this beautiful energy we're about to create together. Starting to bring the awareness to your breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, let the collarbone expand. And then exhale, can you send the breath towards those hips? Sinking a little bit deeper towards the mat. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath at the top of the throat. And then exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, let the chest rise, holding the breath at the top of the throat. And then exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe that's something or someone that inspires you. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, starting to blink the eyes open. Maybe a slight gaze towards the nose, bringing the palms on the outside of the thighs, and then slowly closing your knees together like a book. Being kind to those hips today, bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze, and then letting the left foot drop all the way down towards the earth. Setting up for a supine twist, right knee comes cross body, palms come out to a T. Can you ground down both shoulder blades into the earth while simultaneously bringing the right knee towards the mat? Maybe the left palm comes in towards the knee to see if it can move a little bit further. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back through center, giving yourself a quick squeeze. And then exhale, right foot comes down towards the earth. Left knee creates cross body, setting up for that supine twist. Palms come out to a T, grounding both shoulder blades into the earth. Maybe the right palm comes down towards the left thigh to slowly guide the left knee closer towards your mat. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze. And then grabbing behind the thighs, starting to create rock and rolls up and down the spine. Taking your time here, really giving that full back a nice massage. And then when you're ready, crossing at the ankles and meeting in an easy seat at the top of your mat. So from this easy seat, we're gonna come into Baddha Konasana. So that butterfly pose here, bringing both soles of the feet together to kiss, and then letting the knees jet out in opposite direction. Letting the shoulder blades melt away from the ears as the crown of your head lifts. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, gaze is in between the thumbs. Maybe you take a slight back bend here. Slightly tucking the tailbone in, sending the gaze high. And then exhale, reaching forward, planting the palms into the earth. Can you push the earth away from you while sending your sits bones towards your mat? Finding a slight protraction in the shoulder blades, tucking the chin, sending the gaze towards the perineum. Take one big inhale here. Exhale, walk the palms close to the body. And then releasing the shoulder blades to melt down the spine. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, left palm comes in front of the right knee, sending the right palm behind the tailbone. Gaze is behind the right shoulder blade. Take one full inhale here. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, can you twist a little bit deeper? Inhale, coming back through center. Root to rise, reach all the way up. Taking a slight back bend here, bringing the palms together to kiss, sending the gaze and chin high to the sky. And then exhale, bringing the right palm on top of the left knee, sending the left palm behind the right shoulder blade. Gaze is behind the left shoulder blade. Take one big inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back through center, grabbing the outside of the thighs and then slowly closing the knees like a book. Coming down into a neutral tabletop pose. In this neutral tabletop pose, our wrists are directly underneath our shoulder blades, knees are underneath the hips, about hips-width distance apart. Untucking the toes, we're starting to lift the right heels high to the sky. And then active listening, creating big circles with your knee. First moving in a clockwise motion. Seeing if you can ground evenly into both palms. And then maybe you switch the direction to counterclockwise. Inhale, lifting the right heel high to the sky, we're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active listening, sending the right knee to create that big circle, sending the right knee towards the right armpit. And then exhale, sliding the right knee down towards the wrist. And then bringing it back in line with the left. Running through one cat-cow to reset, drop the belly low, bolster your heart towards the stars, send the tailbone high. And then exhale, ground down into the palms, round the spine, gazes towards the navel. Inhale, coming back to neutral tabletop. Wrists are underneath the shoulder blades, knees are underneath the hips. We start to lift the left heel high to the sky and create big circles with this left knee. First moving clockwise, grounding down evenly into both hips. And then switching the directions to counterclockwise if it feels good. Inhale, left heel comes high to the sky, dorsiflexing in the fin, staying super active. And then exhale, pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking the left knee to make a big circle, left knee comes all the way towards the left armpit. Sliding the left knee down towards the wrist for just a moment, and then meeting back in that neutral tabletop. In this neutral tabletop, paying attention to those architectural lines for a strong foundation. Tucking those toes, rising 2.5 inches off the earth, we're in a lifted tabletop. In this lifted tabletop, you're stronger than you think, yogis. Press the earth away from you, finding a slight protraction in the shoulder blades. Gaze is in between the palms, sending the line of energy through palm to shoulder. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up for that downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, bringing both feet together to touch at the back of our mats. Creating an inverted V shape here. Palms are a little bit wider than shoulder width distance, sending the gaze in between the ankles to elongate the neck. Inhale, right foot lifts high to the sky, active listening. You can either point the toes or sending the inner rotation of the thigh to slowly close that hip off. Sending the right toes towards the earth, we're bending at the knee and creating those very same circles with the knee. First moving clockwise, getting juicy in the synovial fluid of this right hip. And then switching the direction to counterclockwise. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, 3-legged dog, active listening. We're scorpion tailing right heel towards left glutes. If the right armpit shoots up towards the ceiling, can you take this opportunity to square it off towards your mat? Taking 2 full deep breaths with this scorpion tail. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, release. One more breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale, big belly breath. And then exhale, bringing the right knee in towards the nose, planting the right foot in between the palms. Grounding this left knee down towards the earth, untucking the toes, and then rising up for Anjaneyasana. In this Anjaneyasana, maybe moving the ankle to stack right underneath the knee. Gaze is in between the palms, let the shoulder blades melt down the spine. Can you simultaneously send this right hip back? Inhale, take 1 breath. Exhale, release. If you're looking for a little bit more, maybe you ground down into the shoelace portion of this left foot and rise a little bit higher. Wherever you are, take 1 big inhale. Exhale, planting the palms to frame the right foot and then sending the right hip back for a half Hanuman, half split. Taking a moment to breathe through this half split, sending the gaze towards the back of your mat. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Walking the palms towards the top of your mat, tucking this back toe and then moving the right foot over. We're finding a lizard lunge. So in this lizard lunge, both palms are on the inside of this right foot, as if there's an imaginary string from the crown of the head to the mid-back, sending everything through a center line. Take 1 inhale here. If this is enough for you, you can always stay. If you're with me, maybe I'm dropping down to my forearms for more of an intense lizard. Maybe I drop down onto this left knee, reach behind me with the right palm, and find a lazy lizard. Gaze is behind the right shoulder blade. Take 1 inhale wherever you are in your lizard lunge. And then exhale, release. 1 more breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale without slingshotting the foot, releasing the foot down towards the earth. Planting both palms on the inside of the right thigh and then lifting up for the regular lizard. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, sweeping the right foot all the way back, finding that Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Creating that inverted V shape with our body here, taking 1 breath to reset. Inhale, both heels lift high to the sky. Exhale, sink them deep into the earth. Inhale, both feet come together to touch at the back of your mat. And then lifting the left toes high to the sky for that 3-legged dog. Option to point the toes or option to find that inner rotation, sending the left toes towards the earth, squaring off the hip. Bending at this left knee and starting to create those big circles here. First moving clockwise, getting juicy in the synovial fluid of this left hip. And then if it feels good, switching the direction to counterclockwise. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, shoulders over wrists. Maybe you give that knee a kiss. 3-legged dog. Scorpion tail, left heel towards right glute. Active listening in the scorpion tail. If the left armpit shoots up towards the ceiling, can you square it off towards your mat? We're taking 2 full deep breaths here. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release, coming into that 3-legged dog. Left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the left foot in between the palms. We're grounding down into this right knee here, untucking the toes and rising up for that runner's lunge or Anjaneyasana. In this Anjaneyasana, paying attention to our alignment, knees are stacked above the ankles. Here, letting the shoulder blades melt away from the ears, sending the hip towards the earth. Take one full breath here. Maybe you push down onto the top of that right foot and lift up for a little bit more power. Maybe you choose to stay, keeping that knee towards the earth. One more breath here. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, planting the palms on the outside of the foot and then finding your half Hanuman or half split. Sending the hips towards the heels. Take one full inhale here. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? One more breath, inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, sending the left hip back towards the wall, release. Walking the palms close to the top of your mat here, and then slowly moving into your lizard lunge. Bringing the left foot to move on the opposite side of the left mat, and then bringing the palms on the inside. Tucking the toes, rising up for that lizard lunge. You have a few options. This lizard lunge, you can always stay. If you'd like to challenge yourself, maybe one forearm comes down to the earth for funky lizard. Maybe that second forearm comes down to the earth as well. Maybe you drop this right knee towards the earth, and maybe you reach behind you with the left palm, finding that lazy lizard. Sending the gaze behind the left shoulder blade. Take one inhale here. Exhale, release. Wherever you are in this lizard lunge, take one more breath. Exhale without slingshotting the foot back, bringing both palms on the inside of the left foot. Tucking the right toe and then rising into lizard lunge. Slow and controlled, left foot sweeps all the way back, finding that downward facing dog or inverted V shape. Inhale, gazes in between the palms. We slowly tiptoe all the way to the top of our mat. We're in a forward fold. In this forward fold, we take one halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, creating a flat back. Shoulders melt in towards the back wall, slightly tucking the chin towards the chest. And then exhale, bending at the knee, sending the glutes down towards the earth. We're in a Malasana Yogi squat. In this Malasana Yogi squat, ultimately our goal is to have both feet facing forward. But if that doesn't work for you, go ahead and bring the feet out to a first position. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always bring a block underneath the sits bones. And then bringing the elbows in towards the thighs, sending the chest high and the crown of the head to lift, to lengthen. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, left palm comes down to the earth, finding that twist, gazes to the right fingertips. Take one full expansive breath here. Maybe you reach behind you for that full bind if it's in your practice, lifting the chest and chin a little bit higher. And then exhale, coming back to neutral, Malasana. Bringing both elbows on the inside of the thighs, lifting the chest, sending the crown of the head high. And then exhale, right palm comes down towards the earth. Left palm lifts for that twist. Taking one more breath here. Exhale, maybe you reach behind you for that full bind, lifting the chest and chin, finding length through the spine. And when you're ready, releasing down, maybe moving the block out of the way. And then coming down onto the glutes. We're in an L-shaped position with our bodies. Dorsiflexing in those fins, staying super active in both feet. Sending the toes towards the shins, your heels should magically lift off the earth. Bringing the palms out in front of us here for that imaginary beach ball. And then slow and controlled, getting a little bit of core in. We're coming all the way down onto our shoulders. Here we bring both knees into the chest and then create an L shape with our bodies, but on the back of our mat. So legs up the wall here, we're gonna set up for pigeon pose. Pigeon pose on our back, right ankle comes on top of the left thigh. Reaching underneath the left thigh through the right leg, grabbing and then pulling the left knee in towards the chest. Staying active into both feet here, dorsiflexing those fins. Can you simultaneously bring the left knee in towards the chest while pushing the right thigh away from you? Letting the bottom or the low back meet the earth for more of an intense stretch. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, can you push or sink a little bit deeper? Inhale, coming back through center, bringing both feet to create that L shape with our bodies, maybe shaking it out. And then setting up for pigeon on the opposite side. Left thigh comes on top of the right, or left ankle comes on top of the right thigh, excuse me. And then reaching underneath the right thigh, pulling the right knee in towards the face. Can you dorsiflex in both fins, staying active in both feet? Can you bring this right knee closer towards the face while simultaneously pushing the left thigh away from you and sending that low back to kiss the mat? Wherever you are in this pigeon pose, can you take one more inhale here? And then exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the left hip. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, releasing both feet high to the sky, creating that L shape. And then bringing both feet down towards the earth, coming into that Supta Baddha Konasana, coming full circle into our practice. In this Supta Baddha Konasana, taking this as our Shavasana pose. Both knees jet out in opposite directions, letting your body melt in towards the mat. Taking one full inhale here. Exhale, release. One more deep breath in this Baddha Konasana. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, can you send the breath towards each hip, sending them closer towards the mat? Inhale, bringing the palms on the outside of the thighs and then slowly closing our knees together like a book. Bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze, and then rolling over towards either the right side or the left side using your bicep as a pillow. This pose represents rebirth, knowing that every single time we step off our mats and into the world is an opportunity for us to begin again. Planting both palms into the earth, rising up to a seated position, facing any which way you desire. Bringing the palms to gather all this beautiful energy we've created as a community. Palms come together to kiss to seal our intention. And then down to heart center for gratitude. The perfectly imperfect student in me bows, honors, and respects the teachers in all of you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through a quick hip flow today. Namaste.